Oh, hey, it's Rob from RampageShop.com. Just wanted to give you guys a quick tour of what you get when you buy a Rampage MT, what's included in the box. So on my dining table here, I have a brand new Rampage MT. Hopefully you can see it in the dark here. I guess I'll start here at the front. You should receive a decal sheet that looks something like this. Now, I've seen these decals change quite a bit. You might get one that's identical to this. You might get one that's similar. Sometimes the decal sheet has about half the decals removed. Occasionally they're already placed on the body for you. I've got my transparent body back there. Other times it's just a generic decal sheet that the factory in China uses, and I think what they do is they pull off the decals that say one of the competing brand names. I won't mention the name. So that could be the case. You might get a nice decal sheet like this. You might get something similar. But yeah, in this particular box that I opened up, that's the decal sheet it came with. It actually looks really good. It's kind of the new branding, the new lettering. It's changed quite a bit since the last one I looked at. It doesn't say really big truck here anymore. It says Rampage MT. Anyways, onward, we also get a 2.4 gigahertz 2-channel radio. That's a rebranded FlySky GT2, I think they call it, but actually quite a good little radio. Pretty basic, but does the job. Included, it takes 8 AA batteries. You get a receiver pack, and I'm going to pull it out of the view here. I can't remember. It's a 25 milliamp 6 volt. Decent little battery. You might want to consider getting a second one, either a stock one, or you might want to get a, say, a 5,000 mAh or something like that for a longer runtime. Comes with a wall charger as well. Again, put it high on your list to just upgrade to a slightly faster charger, whether you get it from RampageShop.com or your local hobby shop. Any decent little charger will do. You get a little basic tool for removing your wheels and also your spark plug. So wheel nuts on that end, spark plug on that end. This little cross piece here just goes in the hole there. So nice, simple, basic. Comes with a little package of Allen wrenches. I highly recommend you invest in some quality tools. Anytime I ever hear of people stripping the hardware, in most cases it's an issue with the tool, not the hardware itself. So for the few bucks it's going to cost, look at buying a high-end set of wrenches when it's in your budget to do so. You may also get a spare foam for your air filter, and the filters do change on occasion. This particular truck has kind of an HPI Baja style 2-stage filter. Hopefully you can see that. It's awfully dark in here. And I posted up a video almost a year ago now called How to Remove a Filter from a Redcat Rampage, I think I called it, and that shows you a different style of air filter you may also have on yours. You should get a instruction booklet pack, so a little plastic bag with some odds and ends in it. This little piece here, obviously that plastic straw is for your radio antenna or your receiver antenna. Zip over to the truck here. That little antenna there, that's for your 2.4 gigahertz receiver, and that little straw just covers up that, obviously. That cable in there, that loop looking thing, that's to bind your receiver. 9 times out of 10 the receiver's already bound to the transmitter. If it's not, you're going to use that to bind it. And I won't go into how to do that right now. If you need help, just email me and I'll let you know that. This is a fail-safe. So if you should lose a radio signal, your truck will apply the brakes so it doesn't run away on you. You want to use that or upgrade to an actual kill switch. So that's the fail-safe. And I'll probably post up a video in the future on how to set that up. And that's my son talking in the background, even though I told him to be quiet. You get a bag of body clips, straightforward. You should also get an instruction manual for the engine itself. Very, very basic. It's more of a parts list rather than instructions. There's some basic information in the beginning here. Some guys are not actually receiving this, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan this as a PDF and I'll have it on the website on RampageShop.com. I've got a page there on this under the support tab called instruction manuals, and sometime in the future I'll scan that and have that listed there as well. You should also receive a parts listing, again identical to what's on the website, but here's a manual if you ever need it. So if you're wondering what a part number is, you can quickly just check this chart and it'll show you what the parts are. If you open it up, it's kind of an assembly guide. It's not great, but it'll get you through. And again, if you lose this, I've got this on the website as well. Close that up. 4 massive wheels. I just few moments ago created a really short video showing the size of these wheels next to a can of soup and next to my Tamiya Wild Willie, so you can see just how big they are. When I stand back here, that's our large 4-person dining table, and you can see this covers the whole table. Give you a quick tour of the truck. It's got dual steering servos. This is a V3, version 3. Version 1 and I believe version 2 only had a single steering servo, and a lot of guys were kind of doing a mod and adding a second servo, hacking it up, but the factory has upgraded now to stock dual steering servos. It now has a 30cc HY engine. Back in the olden days we had a CY brand 23cc, so this is a more powerful HY. Okay engine. Some guys are having some issues with the carbs and various other things, but you know, pretty cheap to fix, or if they'd ever packs it in, we can replace it with a Zen or whatever you want to do, for depending on what your budget is. But a lot of guys are actually just keeping it stock and it's doing just fine. Comes with a black can muffler stock. I do have Jet Pro pipes and X cans on the site if you want to get more power. The pipe, especially the Jet Pro, makes a huge difference. It really wakes up the truck even when you're running the stock motor. Kind of walk around this way. Version 3 now has metal gears in here. In the early days we were having some issues with the plastic gears melting, and we were venting this cover here, removing the cover altogether. Metal gears now, you shouldn't have an issue with those gears chewing up or stripping or anything like that. Some guys are still removing the cover just to help keep those gears cool. If you do decide to do that, just watch your fingers, because they're not kind to your fingers. What else can I tell you? Just trying to remind myself what to tell you. Oh, new version has droop screws. I don't think you can see it. If I get my hand in there. Yeah, you can't see. You're going to have to take my word for it. Droop screws. So in the early days, version 1, version 2, we're having some issues with the suspension overextending and breaking shock shafts, things like that. Now that we have droop screws on them, you don't have that issue, at least not as often. So there's a tour of the truck. It's available with a transparent body like this one here, or with a pre-painted. Right now we've got black with kind of a tribal, green tribal design on it. So there it is with a transparent body. I think on my list of things to do in the future is do a post on how to paint the inside of a transparent body. You don't paint the outside of these, paint the inside. Anyways, if you have any questions, send me an email. Stop by RampageShop.com. You'll find the contact there. Post a comment on my blog. And if you find this video helpful, please post it up on a forum or on your Facebook page and spread it around for me. All right, thanks very much. Talk to you soon.